Once, in a time long past, nestled deep within the emerald embrace of a lush and fertile valley, there flowed a river so calm, so serenely graceful, that its very presence seemed to hum with ancient wisdom. This river was no mere stream of water, it was a living entity, whispering secrets to the wind, murmuring tales of purpose and clarity to any who would dare pause and truly listen. It was said that those who opened their hearts to the river's song might find within its flow the key to a life steeped in fulfillment and rich with inner peace. This is the story of two young birds, Zara and Milo, who called this wondrous valley home. Zara, ever spirited and brimming with ambition, carried in her heart a boundless motivation. She dreamed vivid dreams of soaring above the clouds, chasing adventures far beyond the horizon, forever in pursuit of something greater. Milo, by contrast, was a quiet soul. Steady, measured, and deeply rooted in the art of discipline, he found joy not in grand gestures, but in small, deliberate actions repeated with care. His world revolved around consistency, daily practice, and an unwavering devotion to growth. One day, a mysterious figure descended into the valley, a sage cloaked in mystery, drawn by whispers of the river that held ancient enlightenment within its depths, with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. The sage felt the eagerness burning within the hearts of Zara and Milo. And so, choosing to guide their journey, he devised a test, not of strength or wit, but of endurance, patience, and resolve. He called the birds to the riverbank, where the sun filtered through the trees in golden beams and the water danced like liquid light. Speaking in a tone as calm and resonant as the river itself, the sage began, "Dear ones," he said, his voice carrying the weight of timeless truth, "this river that flows before you is no ordinary stream. Hidden within its currents lies a sacred knowledge, a wisdom that can awaken your deepest potential. But know this, it is not enthusiasm alone that will unveil these truths. Only discipline, steady and unwavering, will guide you to the river's sacred depths." Zara, electrified by the sage's words and fueled by her ever-burning motivation, leapt into the river without hesitation. Her heart raced with excitement as she plunged into the shimmering waters, eager to absorb the river. Secrets, but the currents were stronger than she had anticipated. They pulled at her wings and tossed her about. Her energy, once blazing, began to falter. Her powerful start soon gave way to exhaustion, and doubt began to cloud her once clear vision. Milo, meanwhile, stood quietly at the river's edge, absorbing the sage's message. He didn't rush. Instead, he stepped into the water slowly, deliberately, adapting to its flow. Day after day, he returned, practicing diligently. He studied the current, learned its rhythm, and let its resistance shape his movements. His wings grew stronger, not through bursts of effort, but through steady, persistent effort. Gradually, the river began to reveal its hidden depths. Zara, still struggling to stay afloat with the sheer force of her initial zeal, began to feel her strength slipping away. The flame of motivation that had once burned so brightly began to flicker. Overwhelmed and disheartened, she eventually climbed back onto the shore and approached the sage, her wings heavy and her spirit weary. "Wise one," she said softly, her voice tinged with defeat. "I tried, I gave everything I had, but still I was not strong enough. My motivation, it wasn't enough to conquer the river." The sage looked upon her not with judgment, but with kindness and knowing. A gentle smile played on his lips as he replied, "Zara, my dear, motivation is a powerful spark. It can ignite the fire within, but that fire, if left unattended, will fade. Discipline, however, is the wood that keeps the fire alive. It is the steady hand that feeds the flame day by day until it becomes an unquenchable inferno. Do not despair. Embrace the rhythm of discipline, and the river will, in time, open itself to you." Her heart stirred by the sage's wisdom, Zara began a new journey, not of sudden leaps but of steady steps. She joined Milo in his quiet rituals. Aligning her drive with daily effort, she learned to balance passion with patience, vision with persistence. And slowly, as the days turned to weeks and weeks into months, her wings grew stronger, her movements more fluid, her spirit, once shaken, began to soar once more, this time higher than before, for it was now lifted by both motivation and the grounded strength of discipline. Together she and Milo continued their journey, side by side, each growing not only in skill but in wisdom. Their bond deepened, not through competition but through shared growth. The river, once wild and unknowable, became a trusted companion, a teacher whose lessons they now understood. And then one golden evening, as the sun dipped below the valley's edge and painted the sky in hues of amber and rose, the two birds stood again at the river's edge. Their feathers glistened in the light, their wings now shaped by months of tireless dedication. As they took flight together, their wings moved in harmony, each beat a tribute to everything they had learned. It was in that moment, high above the shimmering river, that a profound truth settled within them, one that would remain with them forever. Motivation may spark the journey, but it is discipline that turns the spark into a lasting blaze. Motivation can push us to begin, but it is discipline that sees us through the storms, that carries us when our energy wanes, and that unlocks the true depth of our potential. Dear listener, take this story of Zara and Milo with you. Let it echo in your heart, for in every journey you take, be it in learning, growth, or personal transformation, know that while passion may start the fire, only discipline can make it burn bright enough to light the path ahead. Thank you for watching, and wherever you are, whatever your path, keep rising.